Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back once more on a daily Casper and crypto live stream. And right now, the market is still in a period of consolidation, if you will. Casper right now is up on the daily time frame, currently up 2.02%, valued out 13.25 cents. And with where the market's currently going, we could realistically be going anywhere by this point. It's typically how markets obviously are, but the way I see it is Cap has got a lot of big incoming catalysts, which we're going to talk about in this stream. The next major catalyst for Cap, we've got a lot to cover in that regard. Trump's also made a lot of very, very bullish announcements regarding crypto as well, which has given me some optimism about where we're going to see Bitcoin and crypto go very, very shortly. But at the same time, with the potential FOMC meetings happening in 5 days, there's also potential we may see some more further pullbacks in the market, but of course, we'll have to find out more as time goes on. As always, if you enjoyed this stream, we're doing these streams daily, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. What's up, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Niha, Rule Britannia, what's good, my man? Welcome back to the stream as well. So, without further ado, everyone is starting to trickle in more and more. Vladi, my man, welcome back to the stream. Apologize if I butchered your name there, but what's up? But yeah. Without further ado, the first place I want to start off here is this post from Saint, which is kind of a teeing up for everything we're going to be talking about in this stream. First part being, one of the major catalysts we should know about, obviously for Casper, is regarding listings. So the question being asked is, which will be the tier 1 that will list Casper next? Will it be OKX? Will it be Binance? Will it be Coinbase? Or, maybe it'll be something else like Gemini, Crypto.com. We really don't know for sure, but the question is, who will be the next one? Right now, there's a lot of speculation it will be one of the three, and these are the three top exchanges right now that have not listed Casper. We've already got Bybit, so it's Binance, Coinbase, or OKX. We've already got Upbit as well, so it's just these three in the top 5 that we do not have so far that we are waiting for. So which will be the next one to list Casper is really up for debate. It really is up for debate. Kraken, as a quick side point, have just made another post earlier, well actually it was yesterday, once more announcing that they do now offer Casper as a trading pair, which is good to see. It is good to see that Kraken are now still endorsing and trying to boost the attention of Casper. And to answer your question, Casper Frog, my man, I did definitely see that as I saw your post here as well. OKX earlier tweeted out a new alternative is taking over our dated town. Probably nothing. Now that is quite interesting. It is speculative, of course, as most of the stuff is. Nothing's confirmed for sure, but you seeing a tornado with a green color glowing in the middle is just one thing. But then the caption being a new alternative is taking over our dated town, probably nothing. If you were referring to crypto as a whole, at least in my belief, if you're referring to crypto, you would want to highlight orange, right? Orange as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is kind of the face of crypto. So you'd have a black-white tornado with orange glowing at the bottom, but you have green instead. A new alternative is taking over our dated town. You could argue that while crypto is still a new concept, it's still got a bit dated now, Bitcoin in particular, and Casper is the new alternative taking over. Casper Frog, my man, did highlight what if wallet 5 had actually OKX accumulated Casper. If we look at the wallets right now, number 5 here, we've known this wallet has been accumulating Casper for a very, very long time. We copy the address here and go to Casperlytics. This is actually the wallet here, but I'll just paste it in to be sure. We can see this wallet here has been accumulating Casper since about March 10th, March 12th, something around that part, 2024. So it was quite a while back when they started accumulating Casper, this wallet in particular, number 5. Now, why is this interesting and why I think Casper Frog may be correct, and I just literally, okay, there you go. I was just loading up the post. I literally loaded it up. I'm going to like it. I do like my man. But the reason why I do think that actually you may be right to some extent is because we should know OKX are a venture of the KEF. The KEF here, who's involved CoinPal, Cast Media, Rhubarb Media, and also OKX, and I believe there's another one as well, although the names are not coming to me right now, but OKX is a venture of the ecosystem for KEF. And why I'm highlighting that is because around the time the KEF was founded was around the time March 21st, according to this post here from Crypto Proselyte, March 21st, 2024, and this wallet got its first massive influx of 150 million Kaspa about a week or so before that. Now, I was trying to find the exact date for KEF. Unfortunately, it came out before I launched my free community, so I haven't got the sources saved there, so I have to go through my content to find out the exact date. I didn't have time to do it before the stream, but I believe it was in and around March 2024. So while it is speculative on who the fifth wallet is, according to Sin City Crypto, it's not Binance. Again, I cannot confirm or deny that, so I'm going to choose to take his word for it in this point. Sin City Crypto says it's not Binance, this wallet here, but why would someone accumulate so much Kaspa? Only exchanges realistically would do that. We know this one is KuCoin. That one can be confirmed as well. These ones here, we can speculate. This one apparently is not Binance, and who could it be? It would have to be, I'd like to believe, one of the major ones that has a lot of, if not a top exchange, at least one that has a lot of volume. Binance has got a lot of volume at the top exchange. Bybit equally. When you look at MEXC and Gateway, they're not necessarily top exchanges, but they've got quite a lot of volume. And they're the biggest ones for Kaspa as well. And thank you very much again, Mr. Miles, for reminding me. OKX equally has similar levels of volume to the likes of MEXC and Gate, and it's a tier 1. So again, while speculative, I do believe that actually there's a point to be made here that maybe this post does, from OKX tier 1 exchange, maybe this one does reference Kaspa being a tornado, a green color potentially hinting at Kaspa, and also the comment about new alternatives taking over. And number 5 wallet may be OKX is because the time they started accumulating and then continuously building up their portfolio of Kaspa more and more since March 2024, so almost a year now, exactly 9 or actually no, it's probably about 10 months from now. Potentially that could be OKX. Again, it's speculative, but that is one of the catalysts that will come through Kaspa. I believe will come through in this cycle. I think one of the major catalysts next could be a major list, and potentially it will be OKX. Potentially it's OKX. At the same time, we'll again, this wallet 5 been adding more and more, buying repeatedly every 3 days or so. Again, potentially it's OKX. Potentially it's Binance. We know that their mining pool with Kaspa is ending in just 3 days' time. 3 days until the Binance mining pool incentive comes to an end, to which then they have 14 days to distribute the winnings to their funding wallets to the users. And again, that's not confirmation of a listing, but it's a lot of speculation around the belief that a funding wallet is an indicator that Kaspa is integrated with Binance. And Roy O'Neill's already confirmed that much as well. So there's a belief right now that between this 14 days from the 27th to the 10th, 27th of January to 3 days time to 10th of February, we potentially could see a Binance listing. One thing to look out for once more is this volume stuff. Right now, again, the volume still lackluster. It's up a little bit apparently from yesterday, but just short of 70 million, 24-hour trading volume. Look, right now it's being dominated by Gate, closely followed by LBank and MEXC, and then LBank is sitting there at number 4 once more, sitting comfortably around 10%. So again, while we want to see it as the KF once more confirmed in their roundtable and their AMA, you want to see it a lot of volume of all the major exchanges and high volume in general of Kaspa. If Bybit stays consistently, I'd like to say probably around 15%. If it can stay consistent around that sort of percentage, that could be another key indicator that tier 1s are coming very, very soon. And then, of course, we have the belief that Coinbase could also be a major wallet. The belief is potentially is number 14, as the KI published their open letter on Twitter, calling out Coinbase about not paying attention to Kaspa. And since they called that out, number 14, that's when they started actually accumulating Kaspa. Go check that out once more. Number 14 here. And go back to the Kaspalytic website. Here. Around the 21st of November. If it's weird to use because I'm in the UK, so actually it goes in the US, or I'm not actually sure whereabouts in the world, but I know in the US it goes month, day, year. In the UK we do day, month, year, so it's 25th of November 2024. That's around the time when this wallet started accumulating Kaspa, and it's been doing it in quite sizable bulks repeatedly, so potentially this one is Coinbase. So the bottom line is we do know that the top exchanges, which one it's going to be, again, is up for debate. I want to say it's going to probably be Binance because they're being simply the most vocal about it. Coinbase have been quite standoffish, and the KI even addressed that in their recent post, talking about how you know, they're going to lose favor with KI and their massive, partnerships and corporations that they're working with because they're not talking to them really. And OKX, while being a venture of KEF, they have not actually ever referred, like, without any form of confirmation that they're going to list Kaspa. For me, it's, you know, borderline inevitable. Get not financial advice, but they never announced Kaspa once, actually, to my knowledge. They haven't done anything. So for me, it's likely going to be Binance next. But end of the day is, until we see an announcement like this from those exchanges, we can speculate what you want. You can see all the OKX rumors like this, all the, you know, Binance stuff here, and the leaks about, you know, the Morse code stuff that people are going through as well. You can see all this sort of stuff, while we can always theorize and speculate about, and it can be good to talk about it. It can give us some form of hope, if you will, which hope can be dangerous, but I think at the same time it further fuels the conviction. Until we see something like this, it's just remember to not be emotional, be logical, do your research, and understand that in due time these will come. They will come. I think it's inevitable for me. What's up, Mr. Miles? Welcome back to the stream. Reporting for duty. PC is back working in order. 0 Kas sold. Big up to you, my man. Great to have you back. Glad it's working. I'm going to run a Kaspa node on my laptop that is just sitting around. Time to give back. Big up to you. I love to hear it. I need an Irish node, or hopefully you can get that, my man. Make sure it's a Rust node, not the Go node. Yes, definitely make sure, actually, because we are nearing the end game. That's one of the other major catalysts coming for Kaspa. We're nearing the end game now, where when the hard fork officially happens, which again is about 2 to maybe 3 months away now, all Go nodes will become inactive. You can't use Go nodes anymore, so it has to be a Rust node. But there you go. You should know I'm not that far behind. Yeah, so you're already running Rust now. That's good to hear, my man. What if it's for a digital reserve? Yeah, it's also a decent theory. Yes, maybe this is regarding for a digital reserve. In order to take it over the data town, maybe they're referring to a digital reserve as opposed to the typical, you know, banks and the reserves they have, or gold reserve. It's going to become to a digital reserve, Bitcoin reserve, crypto reserve. That's also a good theory. I don't put that down at all. Live and local, and if anything, it might be more likely. Only reason why I speculate Kaspa again because they do have the green at the bottom of the tornado, which I don't know exactly what color you would want to use to indicate something new is going to take over an outdated town. Green, of course, green being, I guess, a green light, that could be an indication of it. But if you're going to highlight crypto, I mean, again, this is just me personally, but I feel like if you're going to highlight anything about crypto adoption taking precedent in this space, you'd want to use Bitcoin as in the orange color, because Bitcoin is Bitcoin. You know, it's the grandfather of crypto. It's almighty. It's $105,000 and going to rise higher in the cycle, in my belief. Again, not financial advice. I think right now, while Bitcoin is the oldest, it's the first, and it's leading this charge for the meantime. So I would like to believe you'd highlight Bitcoin's color, but again, you could also argue, and a good argument, that the green highlights a green light in a massive tornado of, you know, again, something taking over, which could be a digital reserve. So a good theory, actually. I actually like that one. Jay pays me 5 Kas every time I remind him to switch on live. He's going to owe me a lot now. Well, if it keeps going on, maybe. Who knows? It's getting ridiculous, honestly. I need to keep remembering to do that. I'm going to put something in my post-it notes on my PC just saying, when you load up live, make sure it's on live chat as opposed to top chat. Honestly, I love Coinbase listings, but they're so shady characters. Unless there's an influx of normies waiting, wanting it, or Grayscale adding us to their portfolio, they'll not list. Yeah, it's very weird, and Mr. Mars highlights it as well. Yeah, it's, you know, well, how is Coinbase shady in a way that they're the least shady in my opinion? Well, I think what he refers to, and again, he's probably answered it already, is the fact that, I mean, my argument here at least would be the fact that, you know, Brian Armstrong came out and said, you know, if you want to get on Coinbase, just apply through the listing format, come out and talk to us, you know, we'll be happy to talk about us, that sort of stuff. And their listings are free. Yet we have seen a plethora and a number of, you know, sources and dare I say even proof to showcase that Brian Armstrong is not telling the truth at all. And Kaspa is part of a testament of that. Maybe they just don't know of Kaspa, fair enough, but for the most part, again, a lot of people seem to claim that listings for Coinbase do come through relatively quick, and it's a very good exchange, but they have to pay to get their way onto it, which is understandable. And again, that's partly what I was highlighting. One reason why these exchanges take so long to list, Kaspa in particular, is because they've got so used to the method of being paid money or paid the tokens to list the project. They've not had to accumulate something off their own back for a very long time, because Bitcoin came up before these exchanges. So Kaspa's the only one that's come out being a final proof of work that they've actually had to accumulate themselves to list Kaspa. And of course, there's a whole regulatory scrutiny as well, which could also be causing issues with exchanges listing projects like Kaspa, where while it's final proof of work, because it's a DAG as opposed to a blockchain, it's new technology that they don't completely understand, so it's taking them a while to actually, they're researching to actually get an understanding of it. I'm happy to see Kaspa at these prices so I can buy more. I completely agree with you, my man. I really, really do. And again, one of the next major catalysts coming for Kaspa could potentially be this here. Now, if I'm perfectly honest, I think the listings will do a lot more for Kaspa in the short term. I think this has the potential to do more for Kaspa in the long term, but won't really do anything for the immediate short term as well. This is the INATB. I've had this in the past already. The International Association of Trusted Blockchain Applications, they listed Kaspa, they nominated Kaspa as the most exciting DeFi solution for 2025. And they are now, I say now, they are 5 days away when this website loads up, 5 days away from their award ceremony taking place in their award gala, taking place in Brussels, which is happening on the 29th, so 5 days away. And the winner of this event will be given a global forum to interact with regulators and policymakers, which is a big deal considering all that's happening with Trump right now, which I'm going to get to in a moment. So that could potentially be a crucial catalyst for Kaspa as well. That's only 5 days away. So you've got potential listings, which again, there's speculation of seeing something maybe with Binance coming as their mining pool ends in just 3 days' time. You've got all the other exchanges that seem to be supporting Kaspa or leaking support of Kaspa. Again, speculation, we can debate about it. This is going to be happening in 5 days' time. And there's a hell of a lot more coming as well. That could be another major catalyst for Kaspa as well. The next one, of course, is regarding 10 BPS, which is huge. We had an update about that yesterday. Shout out to Crazy World who posted this or let me know about it as I was wrapping up yesterday's stream, so I was able to talk about it briefly. I haven't even had the time to look through it. I've been so busy, but we'll go through it a little bit in today's stream now. They made an update about it. Codor stuff here puts several updates have been shared recently about Capital Crescendo hard fork, the current state of support, the remaining technical work to do, and the target timeline for the work. I consolidated these into an article to make it easier for you to stay up to date. You can now read it, which is right here, a 3-minute read. Updated yesterday, 23rd of January. Also, we're just talking about several updates coming through, and they want to quickly recap what we've done. So far, what we have seen is they've optimized the node to work with reasonable hardware for mainnet node operations. So that's a big deal, because one thing I do remember seeing, and they've now done even more so in that regard as well, is that because of how advanced and how flexible Kaspa technology actually is, as we've already seen and confirmed from Codor stuff, they can actually run these nodes on decade-old software and hardware. They haven't got to have the next NVIDIA graphics card and next up-to-date GPU to be able to run Kaspa, making it very, hardware inducive and therefore quite hard for anyone to properly get access to. They've made it a use for everybody. So they've optimized that node as well so it can work with reasonable hardware, not the best hardware, reasonable hardware. This was a considerable amount of work that allows running the node of 10 BPS on commodity hardware, thus allowing Kaspa to maintain decentralization. And they're working with pools and exchanges to test their software on 10 BPS. I'm going to say that part again. They are working with pools and exchanges to test their software on 10 BPS. 10 BPS is not that far off now, and they're working actively with pools, exchanges, with market makers as well, to make sure they are running 10 BPS and the networks work. So point being is, one of the biggest complications you see in crypto when you have a hard fork is the belief you could see, issues, whether it be from a collapse in the software. I mean, the exchange is not, there's always an issue with hard forks, or typically speaking, there's an issue. But what Kaspa's doing is they're taking such due diligence, such care with this, making sure to really get in contact with the necessary pools, exchanges, market makers, you name it, to make sure that they are testing Kaspa and that they are perfectly capable of running this new 10 BPS. So when they do the switch, it should be so seamless that we barely notice it. Apart from the fact that we will end up knowing now that it goes from 1 to 10 bps and then 300 to 3000 TPS. So right now, several pools have confirmed that the solution works already, at least 60% of mainnet hash rate as of writing this, so there could be even more now. These pools are expected to continue the work in mainnet when the hard fork activates. This is a very big deal. And now we've got the remaining critical technical work that's left to happen with Kaspa 10 bps. The implementation of Crescendo Kaspa Improvement Proposal, or KIP. This KIP outlines the final consensus change that needs to be applied and tested for the Crescendo, to which Microsoft already released a discussion forum, open for the public to be able to review and even comment on, so we can even talk about it to highlight what changes the community wants to see, because again, Kaspa trying to be inclusive for everybody. So they're going to test the above changes thoroughly in multiple environments. They're going to transition storage highlight KIP implementation. They're going to mining sync, state robust handling, and rules engine. Then they've got the deployment timeline and testing strategy. So then they're going to release the final consensus state outlined in the Crescendo KIP, as well as the testnet 10 only node by the end of February. So that's literally next month. So we're going to see a massive next step, like one of the final hurdles, if you will, doing a 110 meter hurdle. One of the final hurdles towards 10 bps on the mainnet happening next month, and this version will include the hard fork implementation, which is a very big deal. And then there will be at least 1 month buffer from the announcement for the final version when the hard fork will activate on mainnet, giving pools, exchanges, and other node operators enough time to upgrade to the hard fork version before the hard fork activities. So you'll see the version released by end of March 2025, and then the activation end of April 2025 shortly thereafter. So point being is you're going to see the release of 10 bps in March, 2 months time, and then you've got this kind of window between March and April to see everything stabilized, everyone onboards it properly to actually, so the cut-off date, if you will, is around that time. So from the looks of it, the activation end is going to happen on the April. So it's still going to be between March and April, but the actual time where 10 bps will go on the mainnet is in March. So that's 2 months away from now, which is very, very bullish. So one thing I have been asked, and maybe I've been asked in the comments again, I need to check that, but one thing I know I've been asked a lot of time is, with the hard fork, do we need to do anything? Do we have to get a new token? Because there has been times in the past, for example, I've mentioned in the past already, Gala had their token, and they ended up making Gala V2 last year, in and around this time here, as I circled it, around this time, where they had to change from Gala to Gala V2. The reason they did that, it was a hard fork. The reason they did that, though, was due to inside CEO or owners who were let's just say they were taking the funds without they were doing illicit things that ended up causing lawsuits as well. So yeah, that was not very good for Gala, partly why I'm now at the project, although I did make a bag from it. I did make money from it, so I'm not too upset with that. But will it do well this cycle? Again, maybe it will. If you would like Gala, by all means. I haven't got the lawsuits put me off Gala a little bit, but I'm not saying it won't do well this cycle. It might make some bags, but I don't know if it will return to levels of all-time high, which is, would be a massive gain from here. If it returned to all-time highs, that would be looking like a 25x give or take from here. I can't say for sure if it will do that due to all the lawsuit stuff, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Donald Trump, a lot of the lawsuits that happened against the SEC, a lot of lawsuits that happened with SECs, a lot of them are going to be dismissed, I believe, with Donald Trump, unless they're regarding fraud, which I think actually this one was probably regarding fraud, so this might not get dismissed. But again, we'll have to wait and see again. But the point being is, again, Gala had their hard fork, where if you had Gala tokens, you as the user didn't have to really do anything. Me, I had Gala on Binance at the time. All I had to do was leave my Gala. Well, actually, no, at the time I had it on Binance, I was going to put it into Tangent, but I saw the announcement and I was like, okay, I'm going to keep my Binance. I'm going to keep my Gala on Binance, held it on Binance, and Binance then announced they're going to support this hard fork migration, so I didn't do anything. There were people, though, who left their Gala on Coinbase, and Coinbase outright said they're not going to support this hard fork. So people who had it on Coinbase and didn't change, and they were given about a month, to be fair, or maybe a few, like 3 weeks or so. They were given some time, enough time at least. I think about a month, 3 weeks. But if you didn't change it off Coinbase, then you were left with the old Gala tokens, and that you kind of screwed by that point. But with Kaspa and the way they're doing it, you're not going to see a new token. It's still going to be Kaspa, you're going to see the back end, program, if you will, the protocol change is already on Rust. It's going to go from one BPS Rust up to 10. But we as a user don't have to do anything. All that's going to have to be changed is the exchanges, and again, as I mentioned in the Medium post, the pools and exchanges and other node operators will have to be the ones to actually upgrade to the hard fork version. We don't have to do anything, unless you are, of course, a node operator or, whatever that may be. Again, if you're just a general holder like me myself, I only hold Kaspa. I don't mine it or I don't do any of that. While I could, and I probably will in the future, to maximize my gains from Kaspa, all I do is just hold and talk about it and keep DCing into it. So I haven't got to do anything with Kaspa at all. But if I'm going to hold, but at this point, it may be worth, again, we'll have to hear more about it. I'm sure you'll be fine with Tangem, holding on Tangem, because Tangem and Kaspa are in very close partnership, and I'm sure they're ones that are going to be supporting this migration. If not, worst case, you've got to put it onto an exchange, which you do onto the exchange, let the hard fork go through, and then take it back out. But again, we'll hear about more of that in the future, but I'm sure Tangem will be fine if you're holding it in a cold storage. You should hopefully be doing that to keep more safekeeping of your assets. But that is a big deal for 10 BPS coming through. So it looks like the timeline is still up, still on track, and it could be accelerated. Depends. We're going to see that coming through very, very soon. So that's 3 now major catalysts coming for Kaspa regarding listings, potential regulatory and policy making favor for Kaspa, and now you've got Crescendo 10 BPS. Then we have Igor Labs that happened very recently as well. Where Igor Labs obviously just recently announced they're going to start building onto a Kaspa, where they're going to be, able to support the 3000 TPS, so that's equivalent to 10 BPS or more of Kaspa. They want to be the first based zero knowledge rollup on Kaspa, which is a very big deal, and they're already announcing that they're going to make sure their system works, or going to be using Kaspa's L1 without the zero knowledge bridge. Not yet, but they do aim long term to establish the zero knowledge rollup when Kaspa gets smart contracts on board. And that's why you saw Shy announce you potentially see smart contracts coming out earlier than expected, because Igor Labs are doing this sort of stuff as well. And remember, Igor Labs, their team consists of 2 members who actually are part of DAG Labs, DAG Labs being the team that founded Kaspa. So there's Igor Labs are people who know what they're doing, and they definitely know Kaspa, that's for sure. They understand Kaspa probably more than anybody else, because they were the original researchers and developers of it. So Igor Labs is a good, I don't want to say partnership, because that's not the right word. It's a good company that is building on top of Kaspa right now. And you'll see many, many more third parties. A good third party, that's it. A good third party that's building on top of Kaspa, and you'll see many, many more coming through in due time. We already know that DWF Labs is now partnered with the KEF. So that's not partnership with Kaspa per se, but KEF, which is basically another leg of Kaspa. And Johnny here, who is the exec VP of the KEF, has already announced that not just they brought DWF, a very big name market maker for Kaspa today, or back on the 3rd, they're also in negotiations with another one, which is huge, huge news. So they're going to be in negotiation with another massive market maker for Kaspa in due time. That may be the next catalyst for Kaspa. So you've got listings, you've got 10 BPS, you've got INA TBA, giving them potential, if Kaspa wins it, which is happening in 5 days' time, they can give them a regulatory, a global form of regulated policymakers, or it could be another massive market maker for Kaspa, or potentially, because they're also currently in conversation with other ones for American exchanges as well. So it could be another market maker for Kaspa, or it could be an American exchange, and of course you can list them off. The ones that I know of, the bigger ones, of course, being Coinbase, it being Gemini, Crypto.com, Robinhood. It could be any of those ones. I'm sure there are more that I haven't listed right now, maybe not as big, but those are the bigger ones that I do know of. And we do know already that, again, a lot of these exchanges have been waiting for the SEC to be more pro-crypto before they start actually listing Kaspa. They've already announced they want to, but let's give the SEC. Well, we're seeing that change happening right now. Donald Trump's already signed an executive order to help make America the world capital for crypto and AI. Trump's also signed an executive order officially banning the creation of CBDC, which is a very big deal. I saw someone ask me in my community, what this means for Ripple and XRP. And I think it could be a hindrance, if I'm perfectly honest. It could be a hindrance. That could be a big hindrance for XRP. But at the same time, which is probably a smart play from Ripple's behalf, Trump's banning CBDC but also favouring stablecoins. And Ripple did release a stablecoin not that long ago. And the stablecoin RUSD will be utilised on the XRP ledger, or it mainly goes for the XRP ledger, which XRP will be a gas fee underneath it. So XRP, with RUSD, if it gets a lot of adoption, which I think it most likely will, that could also still help out XRP. But either way, CBDC is being banned. I hope this becomes a global thing, because for what I have researched, part of it could be conspiracy, part of it I think is based on a lot of information and facts. I do not like the sound of CBDCs. I personally view them as an extra form of control the government has over you. The sort of videos I've seen about it did definitely cause some element of concern. It's something that I didn't think we could avoid, and maybe we still won't avoid it. If I'm honest, I don't think we'll be able to avoid it fully. But Trump banning that, I'm very happy about. I know a lot of countries, though, want to launch CBDCs. I know the United Kingdom want to launch one. Pretty sure Russia and China and the other BRICS nations want to launch one as well. I'm pretty sure parts of Europe are already planning to launch one as well. So maybe he's just trying to stop what's inevitably going to happen. But either way, still bullish, I believe, for the American people, if I'm perfectly honest, because he's trying to stop this whole banking cartel thing, which CBDCs would effectively be, giving them more control over you and now your finances more than they already do have. And we're seeing again the sign of things changing. Again, going back to the whole point about American exchanges potentially listing Kaspa soon because they've been waiting for the SEC to reform. Well, Mark Yader, the acting chairman of the SEC, has launched a crypto task force with Commissioner Hester Pierce, the crypto mum, leading it, which is bullish. But once more, finally, the Biden-Harris administration misguided SAB 121 rule has been rescinded, being the bill that was created by that administration to prevent banks from trading, custodying, or even offering any form of crypto services. You're seeing a complete flip on its head from the SEC. Keep in mind, Donald Trump's been in office for 4 days. It's been 4 days. And we've already seen executive order signed for crypto. No more CBDCs. The SEC, without even Paul Atkins in yet, it's the acting SEC, Mark Yader, doing it, who's now said, okay, well, crypto task force, now we've got regulations coming for crypto, and we also now want to get rid of the banking rule. As a result, therefore, the US Securities Exchange, so again, US security regulator being like the SEC, has opened the door for Wall Street banks to hold crypto, according to the Financial Times. Trump's crypto plan has Wall Street CEOs ready to jump into digital assets. This comes from CNBC here. CNBC, you have many, many massive, CEOs, as it highlights in the post. You have the likes of Morgan Stanley, first, I believe it was. Morgan Stanley, where's Morgan Stanley, where's the quote? Oh, sorry, yeah, Morgan Stanley. So Morgan Stanley being Ted Pick, the CEO of Morgan Stanley, stated here, they're going to be working with the Treasury and other regulators to figure out how we can offer that in a safer, so how to basically maximize what we're going to get from crypto, how they could be a part of it. That's Ted Pick from the CEO of Morgan Stanley. You have the CEO of Goldman Sachs down here. CEO David Solomon. At the moment, from a regulatory perspective, we can't own Bitcoin. But, as just showcased, regulatory-wise, that's changing. He said the bank will revisit the issue if the rules change. It has changed. So likelihood is now Goldman Sachs are going to get involved with crypto as well. Then the biggest one arguably being Bank of America. Bank of America CEO, Brian, not going to try and pronounce that name, it's Moynihan. Again, definitely butchered that, I apologise. But he's also echoed his willingness to embrace crypto as well. He's spoken about it in the interview at Davos in Switzerland on CNBC, talking about how crypto is another form of payment, that they want to really, go fast track in the adoption of crypto. They're really eager for it. All they're waiting for, again, is regulations that are now being enforced thanks to Mark Yader, Hester Pierce, and soon to be Paul Atkins as well. And now also probably put Kaspa in favour, because again, Kaspa did donate to Donald Trump. That could be a big factor helping it out, getting in favour. But also, again, Johnny has deep connections to TradeFi and DeFi, giving Kaspa more opportunities now. We've already seen a lot in the past couple of weeks with Kaspa. And equally, you're going to have more partnerships as well. DWF Labs is one of many you'll see come through for Key, F and KI, therefore coming for Kaspa as well. And you'll see more American exchanges, I imagine, as well, also jump on board with Kaspa. In regards to other projects briefly as well, in regards to all the regulatory changes we're seeing, this could be good for Ripple and XRP. While they're already doing quite well, currently they are up about, by TradingView wants to load, or actually it's down 0.23%, but it's currently valued at $3.11, which is a massive flip from when it used to be valued at 50 cents, not even 2-3 months ago. I think it still go higher. My prediction is $5 to $10. It may even go higher than that. I'll have to wait and see, but one of the biggest catalysts for it will be ETFs launching it and the lawsuit coming to an end, to which apparently Ripple Labs, alongside Brad Garland and Chris Larson, they're asking for the court to set April 16th as the date and the deadline for submitting their legal brief. So it seems that there's a belief right now that many of the cases the SEC have regarding crypto are going to be dropped quite quickly, because a lot of them are just rubbish. As Paul Atkins has already come out, well, the SEC has already come out and stated, yeah, these laws are ridiculous. The SEC were just tyrants, we need to get rid of them. They've just caused, more confusion in the industry. Ripple, of course, is the biggest one, the one that basically made an example of the SEC. So this one's going to probably be one that has to be dealt with more care. But I believe this one's going to be dropped very, very quickly as well, which could be a very big deal. And again, the adoption of crypto is only going to go higher and higher over here. What we're seeing right now is a lot of bullish momentum. I think, as I highlighted yesterday, says he wants this SEC to approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. So he wants blockchain technology to become the entire infrastructure for all financial markets. Tokenization means making blockchain the middle point for bonds and stocks. So again, I think is saying the $11.5 million asset under management CEO, I think BlackRock is saying, put blockchain as the center point for the entire financial markets. We want it. We want to happen quicker. We want it better. And with what Kaspa building, maybe Kaspa will be the infrastructure for the whole financial market in the future as well. Again, that's speculative, but what they're building, I think, is really, really strong. And we're also understanding now that Kaspa, as it stands right now surpassed 89% mined, which is another big milestone. More reductions coming in 9 days. And as Type Silver highlights here, Marathon's already mining it. What was once only a Bitcoin mining company, now they're mining Kaspa as well. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 94.35%. In 2 years, Kaspa will reach that percentage. And what we're going to see eventually is a supply shock. Meaning there's a lack of supply, but the demand will likely continue to increase. So you'll see the price therefore rise as a result. Simple understanding of price normally is demand over supply. If there's more demand and less supply, at least coming out in the market at the time, you'll see increasing in value. If there's more supply and lack of demand, it'll go down. But we're seeing a lot come into this space again, as I highlighted. I mean, this is what I'm saying every stream now, and it's probably getting a bit boring to hear. I'm not bored by saying it, because I this is what I have been preaching and talking about for months in these streams, even before that in my videos, and even before that, before I even made YouTube. I've been knowing about this stuff for a while, what was going to come to this space, and we're seeing significant changes happen. Again, Trump's been in office for 4 days, and we're seeing all these interviews on mainstream media and all these laws that are being passed now in 4 days of his inauguration. It's crazy. He's got a 4-year tenure, should he last the whole of it. I hope he does. If not even last more than that, maybe he gets re-elected, who knows. Calamos Investments launches a protected Bitcoin ETF, which guarantees 100% of your money back if Bitcoin drops 50%. But limits the upside or maximum get 111.5%. So again, that is something that is typically better for Calamos Investments, because it's basically just saying, it's basically those who are worried about Bitcoin going up. It's basically saying, if you're worried about Bitcoin and you're not convinced on this market, we'll offer you a protected Bitcoin ETF where you get into it and you'll get your money back if it drops 50%. But if it goes up more than 11.5%, that's all you can make from it. Now, if I'm honest, 11.5% from here is not a lot at all for Bitcoin. It's not a lot in the slightest. Even taking it from down here. Actually, no, they take it up from 120k. 120k up here. Probably in and around 135k, give or take. Yeah. So if you were to actually get into the ETF from Calamos Investments, you'd only be able to go from 120k Bitcoin to 133k, which is still a lot, but the fact of the matter is, I do, again, not financial, I do perceive Bitcoin as a potential right now to go from 100k where it's at right now, potentially reaching 130k from here, if not even going up to a high of 150. But even higher, again, it depends. Right now, we've only got a $3.6 trillion market cap in crypto. This, I still think, can reach at least 6 a cycle, almost 2x from here. And maybe even goes higher. Again, I can't properly ascertain the level of wealth that's going to come through this market with the institutional investors. I am not an institution. But we're seeing that is going to be good for the more concerned investors who are a little bit more, safe, not a bit worried, and that's good for them, definitely. But it's more beneficial for Calamos investments. We're going to make a lot more money off that. But you've already seen more opportunities for Bitcoin. Even Rumble as well. They've announced that they're going to be launching a Rumble wallet. So again, that's going to be also helping out in regards to crypto as well. This is just constant updates in regards to all these developments happening right now. Wall Street wanting to get involved desperately with crypto. Laws being passed. Kaspa have so many incoming catalysts. More being mined. More third parties going to be jumping on board a Kaspa very, very soon. Building on top of it or partnering with the venture arms, if you will, the KF, the KRI. 10 BPS is not far off now. We're going to see more updates coming up very soon. This is 5 days away. This one is 3 days away. And could definitely correlate to some big announcements. Again, we do have other stuff in the real world, like the FOMC meeting that could potentially cause negative market sentiment. Although, again, Trump did say that he wants to stop. He wants to make sure there are going to be rate cuts. So maybe he does cause that. That'd be very, very big. But what we're seeing ultimately right now is just more adoption, more bullish things for crypto as a whole. And similarly for the American people, this being, an American people one, I like to believe, and this is going to provide more opportunities in this space. I think Kaspa's a hidden gem. Right now, undervalued by 58.5%. I think it easily reach $1 in the cycle when perfectly honest. Not financial advice again. But I think, for me, comfortably as well, easily $1. I think comfortably as well, also $2 Kaspa. I see it as a possibility with what was still to come. Listings, 10 BPS, smart contracts, stable coins. Not even cover stable coins in this video, in this stream. Not to mention also and then with smart contracts, have the KRI launching all their projects on Kaspa. ETFs, which are going to come out thick and fast. We've already seen that starting to happen more so. Like Solana and XRP are getting their flow of ETFs coming through already. I think you'll see it in due time, and a lot of it will probably kickstart very quickly from Wall Street when you get this actually fully developed. There's crypto task force. And all the opportunities, you'll see more money into the space, and you'll see many more opportunities being available from Kaspa and crypto in general, which is why, again, I made my free community, my free Discord server, a place where we could all just interact, chill, chat, and learn more about crypto and Kaspa. And equally why I recently, about last month, made an executive page, a WAP, or a Patreon if you will, where those who want to maximize the benefit from crypto can learn even more regarding information that I provide, but also more alpha information, stuff that I only provide to people who are part of the community here. In regards to live stream, we're going to do our first ever weekly live stream starting tomorrow, and hopefully that'll be very beneficial for everyone as well. We offer more then regarding to learning, trading education, also some trades in itself, to which we have had a lot of profitable trades. It's been a bit iffy recently, if I'm honest, but it's been ultimately very, very good so far, and we had some very big gains already. We had a 6x here, MLG, one that I think is still going to go up higher from here. We had this one here, Apple, which already made us a 5x as well. And then we also have our biggest gain ever being a 25x in Exocortex. Right now the meta is changing to, right now the biggest one we're seeing right now is Vine doing extremely well. Or at least it was doing extremely well. But it seems to be a meta right now in and around this sort of stuff right now. I think with Trump's announcement about making America the crypto and AI capital of the world, I think AI is going to come back very, very strongly, very, very soon. And, you'll see a lot of these tokens do very, very well. So far, all of the hidden gems some of the hidden gems that I picked as well, one of the ones that I'm holding, some AI agent one, has done exceptionally well. It's got some more stuff coming through. I think it could easily reach, I think about $1 billion market cap, if not higher. So again, if you want to learn more, by all means, come check it out. Link in the description, chat, and also on my homepage right here, where, again, we're just trying to learn a lot more about the space and maximize it from whether it be for trades, for more information, trying to learn more, and the profits that I've been making through this, which have been successful, and I'm very happy about it. I've been putting that more into my conviction plays like Kaspa, ones that I'm holding for the long term. because I just want to keep. It's basically like my fund, if you will, my trust fund. Kaspa's just going to keep putting up more and more. What's up, my man? When Lambo? I mean, I ask my question every day, my man. I really don't know. There's so many incoming catalysts. I want to say it'll happen in due time. I think this quarter you'll see Kaspa make history. It's already making history in general, but I think you'll see Kaspa making the all-time high this quarter, if not even higher. Some people say $1 Kaspa this quarter. Sounds excessive, being a 6-7x from here, but maybe you'll see it. What's up, Crazy World? Welcome back to my man who's doing very, very well. If all list, surely it will pump. I mean, if one lists, you'll see a pump. The biggest one will be Binance, then Coinbase, then OKX. OKX will be the smallest one out of the lot. But if all list, that'd be a very big pump for Kaspa. It'll be probably buy the rumor, sell the news, or buy the event, or buy the news, sell the event type thing. But that ultimately could lead to more retail adoption for Kaspa, which would be a big factor. But again, remember what this cycle's about is institutional investment. These listings are important for short-term gains, definitely, and retail adoption. But this cycle is being driven by institutional adoption. So what you need for cryptos to really, really do what cryptos are going to do really, really well will be ones that have institutional adoption behind them, which Kaspa does have. Maybe not as much as other projects like XRP, but it has them. It's got Zodia now, which has the likes of Marathon, which Kaspa also has Marathon. That's a big deal. You have Zodia. You have DFW Labs now. You also have name slipped for me now. You got KRI, that's institutional adoption as well. They got big partnerships and corporates behind them as well. So you've got institutional partnership with Kaspa. It's just they can't get access to Kaspa properly yet because they haven't been given a platform for it. Grayscale's got considering Kaspa for an ETF. That'll be a big thing for it as well. So I think it's a matter of time. They said they're looking into Kaspa. Oh yeah, this is regarding to the Coinbase thing. They said looking into listings that were free and looking for sale on X. They had a good friend that only got into a project. Yeah, again, that was also Jim. Jim said. I think Luke and Jim also said that as well. They had a friend that had a project and said it was very, very easy to get listed onto X, but it was only onto Coinbase, but it was only because they had to donate to them. Getting listed for free is really, really hard. What's up, good to go to? Welcome back from around. You're doing very, very well. Great to have you. Those that keep using Go node, won't it create a new fork chain? Sorry about that. To my knowledge, I don't think so. I think if you're using a Go node and you don't migrate to the Rust node before the hard fork, you just won't be able to mine. Like it won't work. Right now, you see you have a soft fork. So basically, it means that now you can still mine on Go if you want to, and it's backwards compatible. Once it migrates to hard fork, the Go nodes will become inactive. So you have to then change to being a hard fork. And Kaspa's planning to give everyone as much time as possible for them to be prepared for it. Why no one's still mining on Go nodes, I can't say for sure, but the same argument about people being like, oh, but like people still use Windows 7 sometimes right now, so I guess whatever they're up to, whatever they prefer. KRI Public on X stated that they are not engaging with them and cannot discuss further for legal reasons, all very fishy. Yeah, I mean, that's referring to, I'll see if I can try and find out what to talk about it, but yeah, that's basically referred to the KRI, who basically just posted saying that, they were going to speak to them again, which was good to see, of course. What was that one? We welcome CZ, part of the advisory board. Oh, this is just... Okay. Oh, it's just something a little bit just back and forth. But yeah, where was it? It was down a little bit further. They basically just spoke about how they were talking to... they were talking to the to Coinbase again. And they didn't get... They've been like... They say the dialogue's still ongoing, which is good. But nothing's really taking place, if you will. Let me find out so I can actually quote it. Let me just try to remember from the top of my head. I don't think it's too far down from here. Or maybe it is. Gosh. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, this is a follow-up from it, but basically the KRI did say that they're already... Actually, I think that's in this post here. Oh, that's not in this post here. But yeah, I mean, the KRI did already announce that they're doing more dialogue with Coinbase, but they can't disclose it for NDA reasons, which is fair enough. Again, there are NDAs in place for a reason. Because again, much as trying to be transparent, everything like that, think about it this way: if the KRI were allowed to disclose the thought behind Coinbase, that could cause market manipulation. unintentionally it could. If they say Coinbase is going to be listing it on this date, people start buying in. So they had to do NDAs for a reason to try and keep everything fair, to not manipulate the market. It's for a legal reason. But that's part of that. And then you've got Jim here who says, you know, Brian Armstrong says that they do free listings, they're annoying Kaspa, and his friend who works for New Cypher said they got a listing on Coinbase very, very easily because they paid them. But Kaspa, you know, fairness proof of work, they're not going to pay. So it takes a while for listings because they have to accumulate themselves. They also probably got some other things as well. But yeah, KRI then responded here saying, not just that NDAs for a reason, so again, they're still weighing on Coinbase, but they also said now, Coinbase are now risking on and off ramp and custody management for the large corporates and utility companies that we work with. So they're basically just saying to Coinbase, you guys are really messing up right now because you are risking the ability to work with massive companies that we work with to help with your on and off ramping because you're not listing Kaspa. Or at least just you're not contacting us and trying to sort something out. I'm guessing they're not getting enough information from them, which is not very helpful. I think they'll list it in due time, just for their sake. I hope they do it either sooner rather than later, or at least don't end up risking, you know, potential partnership. As much as Coinbase is massive, they probably don't need it. You can't get, there's no harm in getting, you know, extra favour from, you know, helping your business flourish more, you know. That is also true in regards to this tornado. It's not the proper Kaspa colour, so it is probably more indication of the green light thing. So digital assets being what it's referencing here as opposed to Kaspa. But again, we're welcome to speculate, you know. What's up, Nick69? Hope you're doing very, very well. Just wonder what you think. Tau will cover. I just got in at $504. Just bad timing, and it's down big on it. Are you still bullish on it? Thanks. Good question, my man. Right now it is down to $375. It's down quite a bit. If I'm not mistaken, Tau should be one of the top AI tokens still right now. Near's top in ICP render file, then Tau. Okay, so it's come down a little bit. I mean, truth be told, I am still bullish on Tau. I am still bullish on Tau because Tau at one point was the biggest AI project. Why it's come down now is up for debate and questionable. I need to probably look into it a little bit more to find out exactly what caused Tau to come down as much as it has done. But Tau is one of the bigger AI protocols. You know, it's got a 3 billion market cap. While it's down, 3 billion market cap is still a big one. It'll definitely capture cycle. And Trump is now actively talking about making crypto and AI American capital. So I think pretty much for me in this sector, while I have my picks in place, some of that I've disclosed publicly, some of that I've been quiet about for my reasons, but also to give more benefit to those who are part of the executive page here so they can get extra favour. The picks that I put in there that'd be very profitable as well that are regarding AI. The ones that I think are going to do well are AI picks and Kaspa. I think Tau, while it's down, I think Tau still has a good chance of coming back. Of course, not financial advice. Do your own research, my man. But yes, I think Tau is one that should, you know, return and do very well in the cycle. Because again, it's one of the bigger AI projects, and AI I think will be a very, very big thing. So if they keep innovating and proving more, then I think it'll do very, very well. And then I'm just seeing before Mr. Moss talking back and forth about Kaspa and stuff like that. I mean, Kaspa, Coinbase and Kaspa listings, yeah, that's fine. What's up, Justin X Crypto? What's up? You're doing very, very well. We are so close. Oh yeah, we're closer than ever. So many stuff that are literally days away. And then, you know, this has all happened over the last 4 days as well. That's in 4 days of Trump taking office. Like, think about what's going to happen in the next, you know, month or so, or next, you know, year or so with Trump taking office. How much we can see crypto soar higher and higher. Although at the same time, I think the reason why the market's not pumping right now is because the market is patiently waiting for a Bitcoin reserve. That's what they want to see the confirmation of. We've not seen it just yet. That's why the market's not taking off massively just yet. So we're now just consolidating this zone up here. And if I'm honest, I'm happy we've not seen it yet because I think the earlier a Bitcoin reserve gets announced, the earlier we see crypto top. If we get a Bitcoin reserve announced tomorrow, for example, I think we end like early Q1, maybe Q2 again. This is all speculative. We could see a double top again. I'm not certain. We have to just play it by ear and see how it goes. But if we get a Bitcoin reserve earlier, I think that will lead to massive FOMO and the market will top earlier. And of course, the later it is, it means we can continue to accumulate more at lower prices, and especially for Kaspa, it gives Kaspa more time to actually build up their developments in time for the cycle if it takes off later on. But of course, we'll have to wait and see again. Jay will likely talk about it when he gets to this if he doesn't explain in Discord. what have I missed? Something about hash rate. Yeah, hash rate right now is back to 1.49 even. It's gone up again, which is good to see. What you talking about? Oh yeah, your theories about Coinbase mouth on a black. Oh yeah. So yeah, actually yeah. So to basically cover what Mr. Martin is referring to here, which I do agree with, is that basically we do understand that Coinbase has some very close ties to the like of Marathon, or no, more so to the likes of BlackRock. So Coinbase seems to have very, very close ties to BlackRock. There's belief that BlackRock was going to end up buying Coinbase at some point in the future. So as a result, we know that also BlackRock is the largest shareholder of Marathon. Marathon can't do anything about Marathon can't do anything about BlackRock say so. So whatever Marathon does, they get BlackRock to give them the permission to do it, and they do it. So the belief that Mr. Martin was talking about, which I think is a good theory, is that BlackRock is suggesting to Marathon to loan Coinbase the Kaspa they need for the listing, and then Coinbase can repay that Kaspa or the value of it via the transaction fees in due time, if that makes sense. Which I think is a decent theory. I think, again, we know Coinbase is close to BlackRock, we know BlackRock's close to Marathon, so I think it's also potentially what's happening with that as well. But again, while they're not talking to Kaspa in general, it's still frustrating to hear. Binance Pool is one of them. Yeah, Binance Pool is definitely one of them. That's going to be a very big one. I hope and pray for that one. That could hopefully be a big listing. Good evening, DC. You're doing very, very well. Also, 10BS is huge, definitely. What if wallet number 5 is Michael Saylor's wallet, based on what he's talking about, crypto, not just Bitcoin? I mean, I would love that to be the case, but I don't think it is Michael Saylor's wallet. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just think it's quite unlikely that it's Michael Saylor's wallet. I think it's just, for me, it's most likely going to be an exchange. I think it does match up best with it being potentially OKX's, because again, when the KF was originally launched, it was in and around March time, and that's when this wallet started getting its first amount of Kaspa. If you check it out once more, so KF was launched in and around March, and this wallet saw 150 mil Kaspa added in and around mid-March as well. So for me, I think it's likely going to be, I think it's a good thing, it's probably OKX. If it's not Binance, again, it's been somewhat confirmed it's not Binance, I think it might be OKX. We'll have to wait and see. Everyone that's been here for a minute and went through the Ethereum hard fork for proof of work, proof of stake, it will be the same for Kaspa. Just sit back and let it happen. Yeah, precisely. Except Kaspa should be better. Also, Michael Saylor speaking about currency and crypto space, about Bitcoin being commodity/property for accumulating wealth. I mean, yeah, Michael Saylor is extremely bullish on Bitcoin, definitely. He's hard endorsing crypto, or hard Bitcoin. I mean, I think it can be quite easy to perceive his viewpoints in Bitcoin the same to Kaspa, because again, Kaspa and Bitcoin are quite similar. Proof of work, fair launch, no ICOs, that sort of stuff, therefore being a commodity. But until Michael Saylor actually name drops Kaspa, we can speculate. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to name drop Kaspa, because again, his brand is Bitcoin. Unless he does it in such a way, the way that Marathon did it, to not damage his image, he can't talk about Kaspa like that. Marathon announced they're diversifying a small portion of the portfolio to Kaspa, and every time there's an interview about what they're doing, they solely talk about Bitcoin. If Kaspa's brought up, then they'll apply about it, but they'll always dull it down, being like, oh yeah, we think it's a decent investment, we'll do it to buy more Bitcoin, which they probably have been doing, but at the same time, they haven't really lost Kaspa. They still be increasing the accumulation of it. So I think Mark's going to have to do a very similar thing. But I mean, I think he probably knows a Kaspa. If he knows crypto and knows Bitcoin, I think he should know a Kaspa. But whether he holds it or not, we're up for debate. I don't think he's a big wallet holder, at least, though. Pump it now? Oh, I wish. I really wish. I wish it would pump right now. Actually, I say that no, I don't. I want it to pump, of course, because I want to, be happy that I've made good on my investment and have my conviction strong. But at the same time, the longer I accumulate these cheap prices, the better I feel at the same time. Any idea when the Tangent Visa collab is coming? I don't know, actually. That's something that I should... I'll probably reach out to Tangent, just ask through their forum, ask through their Twitter. Have you got any updates about when the Tangent thing's happening? The last time I had an update, it was going to see Q1, so sometime in this quarter, but we were only 1 month in. Still got another 2 months left, so we'll have to see. Hopefully it'll come soon enough, though. Is Elon's X money card a real thing? I have not heard about that, so I can't confirm that. What's your opinion on Quay Network? I've heard about it. I've been asked about it on a few occasions. I'll check it out again, because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Quay Network here. I can't tell you anything about it because this is what Quay Network look like. It's Quay Network sets mainnet launch on January, so it's coming out in 5 days' time. Represents the first decentralized energy dollar on a scalable and programmable proof of work blockchain. Okay, well, I have no idea what Quay Network actually is about, apart from it stating it's, an energy dollar building on proof of work blockchain. Yeah, without doing more more information, more research into it, I can't give I can't give an opinion on it. It would be unfair of me to give an opinion on something that I have no understanding of. It's not even out yet, so it's probably worth looking into. It's going to be coming out apparently in 5 days' time, so that's Quay Network at least. But on CoinMarketCap already is quite interesting though. I'm intrigued to see what a supply will be like. That'll decide to me also, how trustworthy it is. Trump isn't messing around this time. He's going to put America in the golden era. Hopefully the rest of the world follows. Out of everything, Trump's definitely I think he's doing a decent job so far, but I give him 4 days in. Can't sing his praises too much just yet. He's doing a decent job so far of crypto. I at least agree with that much. If he can kickstart this, not this one. Which one? This one. If he can get the world to somehow agree to not launch CBDCs, I'll be very happy with that. That's the one that I wish the world would follow out of everything. Because the CBDCs, from what I understand of it, it's just scary. It's very scary. I don't agree with CBDCs at all. The way I viewed CBDCs is basically the government. The money you have in a CBDC is not money. It's more so like a token. The government can literally just stop you from being able to pay. If they think, if you want to go on a holiday, and you have bills to pay or whatever, but you're like, oh, I don't care, I'll go to a bit more debt, I'll go on a holiday to have some time away, they can literally just say, yeah, no. At least that's from what I understand. That's one element and understanding of what I've researched about CBDCs. I just think it's very worrying. So Trump not launching that's good, although I don't think the world will follow in that opinion. I think the world's still going to launch it, and I think you'll see CBDCs in America in due time, if I'm honest. Maybe Trump will launch it later on, I don't know. I really don't know. I hope he doesn't though. Binance mining pool ends in 3 days. Happy days, guys. Yeah, I hope it'll be a good catalyst for us. I think it's going to probably cause some FOMO on the day, but about us seeing a listing again, it's just going to be noise once more. What's up, DD? Welcome back to the stream, my man. Hope you're all doing well. Crazy Gosu and the others. It's always a pleasure to listen to QC live. I appreciate my man. Thank you once more for joining the stream. And as always, if you enjoy the stream, we're doing these streams daily, 180 days in a row. Leave a like, share your friends, and subscribe for more. What's up, Wealth Ranger? The real question is when? 2028? No, probably this year. Depends what you're saying when for. You're saying to get above $1. We can speculate. I think it'll happen this year. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Incurred Labs are created and operated by all Russian origin team. I hope that's a good news for Kaspa and Ethan and Solana. I haven't looked too much into that regard of things, truth be told, Mila, but at the same, all I do know from Incurred Labs is that they're building smart contracts or ZK-based rollups on Kaspa, but also that the developers, the core team, used to work for Kaspa or used to work on DAG Labs or work for DAG Labs and then work on Kaspa. So they were ones that researched and developed and founded Kaspa. So by that logic, therefore, they're probably the best people possible to have building smart contracts, the first smart contracts on Kaspa. I can't feel sorry for you, just saw your Kaspa for Turbo. Right now, let's look at Turbo real quick just to make that comparison. Again, if you look at Kaspa for Turbo, whether you did that from your own conviction or because you listened to Crypto John, again, that's completely up to you. End of the day, I always advise you to do your own research, trade at your own discretion. And I don't think you should, again, should you had traded and does as Crypto John stated, right now, you would be down, about almost 50% from its all-time high. Will Turbo do better from here? I think it will do. Of course, I'm sure there'll be a bit of worry in that community if you did follow him blindly, which is why, again, I always reiterate, do your own research, and also why I reiterate, if you're going to be aping into something, like, for trading out of Kaspa into a meme, I think, is always quite risky. If you want to trade memes, that's fine, but you've got to understand that memes, what keeps a meme alive is a cult-like community and a cult-like community. That's all it is. Because memes haven't got any utility behind it, it's just a meme. Kaspa, while it's a similar process right now, for arguably what's keeping Kaspa alive right now is the community and the cult behind it, because Kaspa's got a very strong community behind it as well. The community is not based on, oh, Turbo's a funny meme, we're going to keep it up because we believe that Turbo's funny, or whatever it is. It's we believe Kaspa's going to be really, really good because they're building this and this and this and this and this, and they're going to have that. The belief in Kaspa is based on actual research and, you know, educational knowledge. It's not based on, I don't want to be insulting at all, so I'm not going to say anything too harsh, but it's not based on just the fact that it's a meme. So it's like, oh yeah, it's a meme, it's funny, it'll do well. It's quite a big meme. You know, it's based on actual developments, what Kaspa has who's building on Kaspa, who's working with Kaspa, the founders behind Kaspa as well, being someone who's been quoted on numerous occasions as an expert in Bitcoin security. So while Turbo is down right now, which is unfortunate those who got into Turbo, and if you did follow in suit, Turbo can come back up. I mean, it's a meme token, they're very volatile. It's very possible it can come back up. But Kaspa, while it's been, you know, struggling for a long, long time, at the same time, if you held Kaspa and did switch out to Turbo, you would be still probably on the same price, or maybe down a little bit from here. But in comparison to how much Turbo's come down, I mean, if you go to Turbo when at the top right now, down 50%, you'd be down 40% right now if Kaspa got into the top around August. So the worst case scenario is you're probably down about 40% from right now, which is not great, of course, but I think in due time you'll see Kaspa reverse. You've got to do your own research ultimately. And again, you got to, if you're going to someone blindly, make sure you trust them and then understand. But then it's still, even then, you should never do that. Never do that. Even myself, man. Like, as much as I do these streams daily and I be as open and transparent with you all as possible, giving you information, resources, you know, articles that trying to support my claims of what I'm talking about, you should always go and do your own research. And that's partly, again, why when I launched the executive page here, I also provide information in there that will also help you devise your own trading strategy as well. Obviously, I talk about other stuff in there, again, trading picks, which again have been very profitable so far. Regarding, we have multiple 6x, 5x's, 24x, it all has very consistent 2x as well here and there. Again, we're trying, this community, while offering some trading picks, is ultimately about trying to increase the level of education you can get from it. While I already provide, I think we already are learning a lot about Kaspa and crypto in general through the free community and the live streams anyways. It's a little extra boost, if you will. And it's currently a 7-day free trial period, so you can come join for free if you like it. By which you come sign up. So currently it's $49.99. We do plan to increase it in the future, but if you join right now, before we do, you'll be grandfathered in at this price for the rest of your life, so you will never have to pay more effectively, which is another big benefit of it. So again, if you want to know more, links in the chat, description, also my homepage. And just, you know, trade it on discretion, right? Ultimately, you're your own trader, but with your knowledge is power, and knowledge will help you devise your own trading strategies. Understand what causes the market to move, project developments, economic factors, all that sort of stuff as well. Like, in the meme community right now, everything is regarding Trump. That's why Turbo's going down as well. No one cares about Turbo because everything regarding Trump right now. And this Vine stuff, Turbo is not the meta. It'll come back, I believe, because the meme is quite a big one. But right now it's struggling. Kaspa is what wine was to Romans. Yeah, it's like crack. Everyone just loves it, or everyone will love it. Happy Friday, Edeka. Hope you're doing very, very well. Welcome back to the stream. The bit I was hoping you'd explain how Kaspa is. Oh yeah, apologies for that. Yes, you're completely right. Yes, well, I'll get that up real quick as well. Go to my community once more, and we can check it out. There's a website. It's Kaspa Wiki, and again, this information again is provided for free in my community. Go check it out once more. It's the DAG Labs. It's Kaspa Wiki for DAG Labs. Which I'm struggling to find the link. There it is. Yeah, so this is Kaspa Wiki right here. Website to DAG Labs, and we can see Kaspa was envisioned by research and development company DAG Labs. Of course, that's people who work on Equal Labs as well. Through the investment of by Polychain Capital. Polychain Capital is a venture of Coinbase. The same way how OKX is a venture of the KEF, Polychain is a venture of Coinbase. So therefore, by that logic, Coinbase paid $8 million to rent the brain power of Son Polinsky and the Kaspa team to build and develop Kaspa. So they know of Kaspa. They've known it for years, since DAG Labs. So, yeah, while Coinbase has connections to BlackRock and to Marathon and to all that stuff as well, they also helped building Kaspa. So, again, I think Kaspa and Coinbase listing is inevitable. When, we can debate till death do us part, but it'll happen in due time, I'm sure. Yeah, again, CBDCs are terrible. I hate them. So I'm hoping that everyone will follow suit with Trump as well in that regard. Anyone sees more value in a meme than Casper need to get their head checked. I mean, yes, I agree. If I see values in a meme, but not more than Casper. I see them. I went from being extremely anti-meme coins to I'm not anti-memes anymore, but I play with very small amounts of my capital in memes, knowing they're extremely high risk, and the profits I make, which I have made a fair amount, and I'm very happy with the profits I made for memes. That's probably why I become a bit more supporting of them. But the profits I made, I put back into my convictions, the ones that I actually know will do well, which is AI stuff right now, but also predominantly Casper. Other projects here and there as well. So my public disclosure, I haven't disclosed again. Those in the executives know what I'm talking about. But again, what Casper for me is a conviction. Yeah, I have and would never trade Casper up for a meme. Even KRC20. When I get into KRC20 tokens, which will happen in due time, when I'm not sure, but when I decide I'm ready, I'll probably take money out from my Solana memes and put it into this. I won't take anything out of Casper for it. No way. Believe in Casper will make you money. I completely agree, yes. I made good profits with Turbo. Most of them convert into Casper. I mean, yeah, again, that's why I'm not against Turbo. If you go onto Turbo when Crypto John mentioned it at the time about I'm going out of Casper Turbo, which was around the peak here, you've messed up. Or you got in at the wrong time, is more sure what I should say. But again, you could argue the same thing with Casper. You got in August, you got in the wrong time for Casper as well. Unfortunately, again, you can't predict these things. You could have potentially predicted Casper's one. This one, I can't say for sure you could have predicted. Because memes it's hard to predict a meme coin's trajectory. Because it's just community sentiment. But people have made profit from memes. People have made a lot of profits from memes in general. I've made profit from memes, a lot of it. So that's why I'm not against memes. I see the value in them, but I don't have conviction. Like it's me like, okay, so I understand what I'm doing right now could lose me all my money. The same way I understand that with Casper as well, but Casper, I'm like, if I'm going to give percentage-wise, me personally, I'm like, there's like a 5% chance I lose my money in Casper. Actually, tell a lie, it's like a 1% chance or 0.5% chance I lose my money in Casper. Chance of me losing money in Casper is little to zero. Not financial advice again. The memes, it's about 50-50. And if I do more research, and I know a project more so, I can increase that to maybe about 40% chance I lose my money. Either way, it still could be 50-50. Saying that, actually, my win-loss percentage right now in the executive community right now, I think is around 60%. So actually, it is decent so far. And the P&L wise, so the profit to loss margin, is a lot higher than that because the losses have been, some losses here and there. But when we make the profits, we have a very consistent, like 3x's, 5x's, 4x's, 6x's. So overall, the profit's been a lot better. And that's the benefit of memes again. While it's higher risk, you can potentially make quick profit. But again, it's a whole element of risk management and stuff like that, how to minimize your risks. Marcus Seller knows Bitcoin is not peer-to-peer currency, but Casper is. I'm sure he does. If he has researched Casper enough, he should know about it. Since he tracked. If you talk about tracked the wallet file is not Bitcoin, then yes, I'm not sure what you mean by that though, personally. Said this 5 episodes again on your site. If you're talking about the wallet, if you mind clarifying for me real quick, my man. Oh yeah, it's just me explaining the DAG Labs thing. That's what Mr. Miles saying. There you go. Talk about me the DAG Labs about Polychain Capital funded Casper's research. Yeah, just let me know what you mean about since he tracked, and I'll see if I can clarify. Because again, I'm not sure what part I was covering when you asked that question, my man. But yeah, I mean that is. With that being said, yeah, I mean Casper right now is looking very, very still holding quite strong, and then around the 13-cent zone, we may see some positive movement in the next few days with Binance Money Pool coming to an end and the NTPA coming through very, very soon. But again, the FOMC meeting could cause opposite effects if we get increasing in interest rates. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Trump is going full force right now. Yeah, Trump's going full force with crypto regulators right now. SEC is going full force as well, so things are looking up for crypto. We're going to see Wall Street getting more heavily involved very soon. That could bring trillions into the space. And yeah, I'm very optimistic about that much for crypto, and I'm bullish about the opportunity to come through to the space very, very soon. There's so much more money that's going to be made in crypto. We can see the market potentially 2x from here. So, yeah. And unfortunately, yes, what's up, Magnus? But unfortunately, you are late today. I apologize, my man. Hopefully, you'll be back again tomorrow. You can always rewatch the stream, though. It's been a very, very big stream, talk about all the catalysts going for Kaspa and what's happened recently with Trump and the SEC and all the pro-crypto regulations coming through very, very soon. That got Wall Street very excited. So, yeah. That being said, thank you all once more for watching today's stream. As always, if you enjoy, leave a like. 25 likes is very good. Can we reach 30 at least, please? Share with your friends as always to get them know more about crypto and Kaspa, and subscribe for more. If you want to know about crypto and Kaspa and other market sentiment, and by all means come check out the free Discord server, link in the chat description on my homepage, and also the executives that will be even more locked in to learn even more. It'll be even better. So you can backslide the benefits of crypto as well. By all means come follow me on Twitter as well if you choose to. You heard in France, the founder of Ledger was kidnapped with his wife and ransom demanded. Unfortunately, it was over for them. That's why it's always better not to have talk too much about your bag around. I mean, I had not heard about that, DD, but you are right in that belief, yes. That's why I always don't tend to publicly say how much money I have. I always try and keep my exact fundings very under wraps and very private, because again, it can, whether it puts you in the crosshairs with people like that, or it just paints it paints a view of you that may not be true. You know, if someone has a very small amount of Kaspa, then that may paint them negatively as opposed to having a lot. But again, it depends. That's why I think it's also worth keeping it very, very quiet. I could tell you're a raised right, a decent human being. I'm going to join the Coin Factory. I appreciate very much Dreaming Code. We welcome you there. Again, 7-day free trial. Go check it out. If you like it, by all means, come sign up as well. And same thing for everyone as well. If you want to learn more, go check it out. Links in the chat. Homepage also in the description as well. But thank you all once more for watching today's stream. Have a great day, good evening, good night. And I'll be back same time tomorrow. Tomorrow also, for those who are part of the executive page, will be the first day we do our weekly live streams. Hopefully that'll be very beneficial for you as well. So stay tuned for that. Have a great day. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Take care now.